Welcome in everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is gonna be the top 10 mods of the week. I'm traveling again this time, so I'm also gonna do it just a little bit different. I'm at the Sim Gaming Expo right now. I'm in their kind of exhibitor little conference room right now, enjoying a lovely cup of coffee. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it, because why not? There's a lot of mods. I got 7 pages here to go through real quick. There's nothing on the next page. Page 8 is all old stuff here. But yeah, I thought I'm just gonna do it the same way I kind of did it last week if you saw that, and then we should be back to our normal program after that, if you will. But yes, we have the American Midwest Man Cave. This thing's pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and click on that. 140,000 to buy. It looks nice. We've had this shed before, but we haven't had it in the Man Cave edition, which is super cool. The details inside this thing, absolutely epic. It looks fabulous. I mean, I would love to have this building at my house. Nowhere to put it, but I would love to have it in real life. But yeah, sounds pretty cool. I like that one a lot. Let's hop out of there. Bale Finder, there's some other good ones out here. There's a lot to go through, so I'm not gonna get too crazy, but I think that's gonna be one of the top 10 right there. I'm just gonna go ahead and open that in a new tab. It's kind of how I do it. This one has not a bad rating here. Could be a little bit better. Not a bad rating here for this guy right here, the Gearax 3760. Just looking for stuff that we might want to take a look at that's got some good ratings. So the Man TG Flatbed, that one's pretty well rated. Let's take a look at that guy. Why is this one so well rated, you know? I'm gonna wonder if it's obviously got like some emergency configurations, which is pretty cool, some different lights. It's really easy to configure this guy. It looks pretty good in terms of that. Let's see if there's any auto load or anything on it like that. Yeah, a little bed, pallets, tools, etc. I think that's gonna be auto load, and that might be why it's got such a good rating, because normally things like this wouldn't have that well of a rating. But yeah, that's a good looking truck there if you're looking for one for your map and what you got going on. Scroll up here a little bit. Let's see what else we got. That weight actually is rated fairly well for what it is. A lot of updates. A lot of updates going on. Let's move it back one page here. A lot of updates happened. There's an absolute ton of updates. Silver and Forest got updated. All this stuff, all the giant stuff got updated. This is to be compatible with update 1.11. But yeah, we'll keep going down through here. All of their stuff. Okay, that got rid of that page. And here we go. We got some new stuff here. The Forestry service tray. That looks pretty cool. I'm curious why no one was that excited about it. I think that's pretty cool. A little service tray like that. I don't know. I think that's cool. It wouldn't have made the top 10, but that's pretty cool. All right, see what else we got in here. We got a lot of I feel like barns and like these pig barns, sheep barns, stuff like that. They just don't get the highest ratings. That large corn jar, that thing looks cool. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, that thing looks, what in the world? Oh, and it's got a new one. Yeah, why is this one not higher rated? Is that them loading? All right, we gotta read some of this here. Straw tank capacity, yes. I think you're burning straw to dry your corn. That's a pretty epic thing right here. It's got a good rating, just not a lot of people. I might just throw that one over there for now, for the top 10. We got our silo pack there, a pole barn by Icus, I still don't know how to say his name. German Village Fire Department, that one looks fairly well off in terms of a rating as well. I know for obviously German players out there, this is gonna be legit, but if you're playing in the US or wherever else, it may not be your cup of tea to have a German fire department, but it's a pretty cool building, regardless. Even if you wanna do a little role play or whatever, you could probably use that as a fire department for what you got going on. Logistics center. Let's see what else we got down here. Oh, a lift by Ecus, another lift. This lift is good, so this is pretty good stuff here. It's a pretty good rating for a lift. Just a lift, very straightforward. You can park stuff under it, lift tractors, things, whatever you want to do. That's pretty cool. I like stuff like that. That's pretty cool. All right, let's go back down here to page 4. Let's see what we got on page 4. New Horizon Farm came out. We'll take a look at it just because, of course, it's a map. I did a map tour on this as well already, so you can check that out on the channel. It's not a bad little map. It's actually pretty cool. It's cooler than I thought it would be. It's not bad. It's not bad. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it. I think there has a bunch of required mods, though, if I'm not mistaken. If I am wrong about that, I apologize. Yeah, I'm pretty confident this has a bunch of required mods that are just not listed. Agco Swather pack, that made the top. That would have made the top 10 right there. This one's close. That one would have been close. 4.7, 155 would have been close on that one. What else we got down here? I try to do 4.8s and above, doesn't always work out that way. 49, 43. Okay, there's some good stuff down here. Now the spreader, I am going to ask the question in a second. Let's take a look at the Agco pack here. Yeah, pretty good stuff there. You can send it off to the side like that. I like that. That's pretty darn sweet. That's a good looking pack right there. I like that a lot. I might add that to my Frankenmuth playthrough here. The spreader, is that lime? Look how wide that lime spread is. That's the question I had. It says fertilizer spreaders, but that's lime. There's no way that's fertilizer, right? Yeah, it's got to be lime. Is there a picture of it doing fertilizer? No, it doesn't list. It might only do lime, but then look at how wide that is. What's the working width on that bad boy? It doesn't want to tell me anything. It's a little pricey. 17,000 liter capacity is not bad at all. I don't know why there's not, I don't know. How many we got so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 more. We have to choose 3 more. The Lizard Underbelly trailer is a pretty popular trailer from previous versions of the game. It goes along with this dolly right here. That one can hold usually what was happened in the past. It's got a really unrealistic capacity if you want to do it. Yeah, even that, just 120,000 liters, so it doesn't feel super unrealistic, even though that's unrealistic for how big that trailer is. That's pretty cool. Oh, this Forestry trailer, this must be one that's like all platforms. The other one must have been for console or for PC only. This one's a little bit better rated. A little bit more people check that one out. Lizard slurry container, got a bunch of updates here. Update to the Countryside Lands there. Scroll down here, a lot of updates, Giant's actually been doing a really good job keeping track of updates, keeping on top of them. All right, let's take a look here. Bonita Island, we can take a look at that one. I have not done a map tour on this. I was like, this doesn't sound familiar at all. I'm gonna have to do a map tour on this when I get back. It's a 4X map, unfortunately. It's cool for PC players, but it won't come to console because it is, again, a 4X map. So that is a little unfortunate for that one. New endeavor for another 4X map here. I haven't done a tour of this one either. It's basically No Man's Land in that kind of style, which is kind of cool. I mean, I don't think Alien Gem's gonna put No Man's Land out. There's no intentions of that, so it's cool to see other people doing something similar. I mean, someone's gotta do it. They're cool maps, they gotta be out there. It'd be nice to have like a crossplay version though, I will say that. 4.9 to 60, that's pretty top 10 material right there. That's pretty good for that one. Let's see what else we got. There was another one up here that was very well rated, 4.8 to 64. That one is tempting. Let's take a look at this guy right here. Yeah, this planter probably would have made it in. Pretty good looking planter too, a little pricey, but that's probably what its realistic price is. Keep going down. Dahlberg, did like all the maps release? When did these come out? I don't remember this at all. On September 4th, I guess I've been gone all week. So I guess it kind of makes sense that I missed all this. This looks really cool. It looks like almost has some Silver Run feels to it. It's very forestry based. It's pretty good. That's a cool map actually. I would love to take a look at that one a little bit deeper. So yeah, obviously I got some map tours to do when I get back. So hopefully those will all happen. And I see stuff like this and I wonder what this mod even is. Is it just a wood production facility? Looks like it's got more detail probably than most, but there's nothing crazy going on in there. Maybe it's just a really well detailed one, but I don't know, looks pretty cool. Custom production wood or whatever that one is called. All right, and then let's go back to our first page here. We have room for 2 more if I wanted to add them to my list here. The Matador, that one's, I mean, that's got a pretty good rating. We might throw that one over there, and those are some cool harvesters. Ooh, there's a lot of good stuff on this page. The farmhouse, that's a big farmhouse, I like that. Ooh, we got Load King flatbed aluminum auto load. That's good stuff right there. There's a lot of good stuff that came out last couple weeks. Angela Whispering Hollow, by the way, if you haven't checked this one out, I do have early access tour of this. This is such a cool map. It's almost like 4 different maps, but also not. They all kind of blend really well together. Yeah, if you haven't checked this map out by the Shanty Boys, make sure you guys go check it out. It's absolutely incredible. It's an incredible map. They did a really good job on that. Yeah, let's see what else. That's everything on here. So how many do I have? 1, American Midwest Man Caves. 2, the Man TG flatbed truck. 3, the large corn dryer, which this thing this one should have done better than this. It's just cool. That one I had to override and put in there. This guy right here, what is this? The German Village Fire Department. Was like, what are we looking at here? But if we go back, we'll get a little bit better photo there. For 5, we have the Lift by Ecus. For 6, the AGCO Swather Pack. For 7, the John Deere Spreader. Very wide line of spreader. For 8, oh, I only have 10 or 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only have 9. Well, whatever. We did what we could. We have a planter here for 9, and for 10, we have this guy, which we haven't really taken a look at this guy yet. It's cool to see, like, those are so old school. Just old school stuff like that is always cool to see in game. And be able to use on your farm and stuff like that. It kind of reminds me of like the abandoned combines we have that decorate the area, but that you can place down and stuff like that in packs. But anyhow, that's what I got for you guys. That is the top 10 mods of the week. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn your notification bells so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys next week.